Thanks very much. How you doing?
Hello!
My mother made me wear my sister's red tights until I was 14. After that, she let me wear whatever colour tights I wanted. Usually went for red again, just to piss her off. Thing was, she didn't make me wear them on my legs like the other boys, she made me wear them over my head. So every time I went to the bank when I was a child, I would get arrested. It wasn't just the tights over my head, I used to steal stuff when I was in there. But only small stuff like pens and notepads. And I'd go out sometimes to the car park and steal a car. Didn't like that, the employees. They'd say to me, oh, you stole my car, you stole my car. And I'd say, yes, okay, hold on. I stole your car, yes, but that car smelled absolutely stinking. It smelled, I don't know what you're reading in it, but it smelled like horrible prawn cocktail crisps. And no, it doesn't. Because I set it on fire. Now it smells like smoky bacon crisps without the bacon. I'm sure all the boys here when they were in primary school, they used to chase the girls and pull their hair, yeah? You used to do that when you were in school, yeah? I used to do that too. Went after the wee girls, pull their hair, and then cut it off with a hatchet. The thing was, wee girls, they could run very fast. When I was a wee boy, very hard to catch, especially when you're carrying a hatchet. And then the tights over your head didn't help as well. Thing is too, I mean, it might be my imagination, but I think the wee girls could run faster when I was young than the wee girls today. Maybe it's because I'm older now, my legs are longer, but they're definitely easier to catch now. It's ironic too that when I was a child, I really, really wanted to catch the wee girls and cut their hair off, and then take it home and put it down my pants. But now, and I couldn't catch them then, now when I can catch them, I don't even take the hair home. Because my wife would catch them. I don't even take it home, I just bring it into my car and then throw it out the window after smelling it for half an hour. Don't 20 minutes. The thing is, when I was at school running after the wee girls, I realised after a while that the boys didn't like me. I don't know why, it was very strange. And I remember going home crying to my father. He says, Daddy, the boys don't play with me in school, they don't like me, they just ignore me. And he says, well, have you any common interests with other boys? And I goes, I don't know. He says, well, what do they like to do? And I said, they like to play football and they like to talk about cars. And he says, what do you like to do? And I said, I like to run after the girls and cut their hair off with a hatchet. And he said, right. And I said, Daddy, do you think I could invent a game called Hatchet Catch It and get all the boys to play as well? And he said, I don't know, but it couldn't be any worse than what you're already doing, so go for it. Me and my father, and he says to me, he says, and would you take those tights off your head when you're in the house? It's sort of freaking me out. Me and my father were very different people. When growing up, a very strained relationship with him. We're just too different. I used to carry a hatchet and cut girls' hair off, and he used to carry a bag and put babies in it. We're just two ships passing the night, two ships destined to spend a lot of time in prison. A very big prison far out at sea. So, ship prison out at sea. I love wee girls. Normally I shouldn't say it, but I'll let this end of say. My friend just had a wee girl, a wee baby there. I'm away with, I don't have any children, I love wee girls. I had a wee girl once, but the police took her back to her own house. I said, if you know crimes to stop, you come in here. And they say, no, this is a crime. And I goes, oh right, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Kidnapped apparently. I made her get me well. Didn't see her all the time, that's all I'd say. So the next morning, I went into school to play with the boys, play Hatchet Catch It, and I didn't tell them anything about it. Wouldn't make much point because it didn't really talk to me, but I just went to the school gates and I just immediately went straight into the game with my hatchet and just chased them around, and it went really, really well. There was boys running in every direction, left and right, screaming, shouting, with delight, possibly. Chased them around all day, and at one point teacher came out and says, stop chasing those boys with that hatchet, so I chased her around with the hatchet. Sometimes the boys would roll in the ball on the ground and say, oh no, please stop, I'm tired, I hate you, you're weird, stop chasing me. I don't want to play anymore. And I was thinking, hold on a minute. here, you're trying to trick me. Because who doesn't want to play Hatchet? Nobody. The only thing is, Hatchet was a very unforgiving game. Those boys that did roll on the ball, they didn't last a long time playing that game, to be honest. That's just the way it goes. Another benefit of Hatchet was there wasn't any fat people in the school, because when you chased around for 6 hours a day with a hatchet, you get very fit very fast. So there's no fatties left in the school. There were some fatties at the start, but they didn't last. Let's just say all the fatties left the school. In a coffin. God help them. Actually, it wasn't one coffin because they were fat. It would have been a massive coffin. Individual coffins, adult coffins for I saw one of my old schoolmates. We didn't stay in touch. It was weird. I don't know why that happened, but I saw him last week. He was across the street from me, and I shouted over to him, "Oi, oi, oi, oi!" And he didn't see me. He looked over my direction, but he didn't see me. But he started to run. He must have been late for an appointment or something. I don't know what it was, but he started to run. And he could run. I chased him around for a long time, but I eventually caught him. And I said, "Do you not remember me? Do you remember the hatchet? Do you remember Hatchet?" I thought later it's very strange he didn't recognise me, because there's not that many grown men walking around on a Saturday afternoon with tights over the head. But I was explaining about the Hatchet, and I had to hold him because he really wanted to go in there. He eventually just sprinted away, and I thought, oh, Jesus, he wants to play Hatchet now. I didn't even have a Hatchet with me because the Hatchet was back in the car. I keep it in the car just in case I go past the school or something. So I had to go back to the car park to the car to get the Hatchet out of the boot. And when I got back to the car, he was going that direction, the car was this direction. Pulled it out of the boot, and the car park was Saturday afternoon in the shopping centre was very busy. And pulled it out of the boot, and all of a sudden all the people that were walking around the car park, they want to play Hatchet too. They started running in various directions. And started to go after them. A lot of old people on a Saturday afternoon. What I found was old women. People think old women can't run that fast, but actually they can. What I found was they can't keep up the pace. That's their downfall. So, and the thing is too, with old women, you're cutting off their hair. It's almost no point in cutting off their hair because with that fine, horrible grey hair, it's not the same. The thing is too, when I was stuffing down my pants, I remember thinking, oh Jesus, there's people getting away, and I should be stuffing this down my pants later when I go home, but that's just a lesson you learn. And that was a Saturday afternoon anyway. It was pretty quiet apart from that. Thanks very much. I've been Chimmy.